What's up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to I Must Ask You a Question. I'm not James, but I will fill in for him. This is Jen, and we've got Michael in the house. How's it going, everybody?
I'm so sorry.
Well, you and I were absent last week, but it sounds like you're doing a little bit better, maybe.
No, I passed away.
Oh no! Gosh. This is your ghost we're watching here.
As a diabetic, I just come back for more.
Tell me about your near-death experience.
I felt like I went to sleep, and then that's just where my story ended. No, but seriously, I woke up and I was just and I had to make sure that it wasn't like, the C word or anything. And it's just, I don't know what did that come off horrible?
Wow.
Anyway, I got the test done. It wasn't anything bad. It was just, sick, because people still get regular sick these days. And it's really hard. I felt guilty. Is that strange? I felt guilty for being sick, like regular sick. Like you can still just have a regular cold or a fever or something. And I was just like, I'm so sorry, folks. And I'm just like, my roommate was just like, it's fine. Just don't touch me.
People don't remember that, like, actual just regular colds really just kick you in the nuts. They're not fun.
Beat the crap out of me. Hey there, Cakes.
Hey.
Cakes.
Sorry I'm late. We're having some internet issues. So I might.
Just now?
No, just before, like 1:15, it's been out, and I just rebooted everything. So it worked. But apparently there was, like, in Florida, this huge fiber optic, like Comcast was working on fiber optics, and they cut the line, and all the east coast of Florida yesterday, like, didn't have internet for, like, the majority of the day. Yeah.
Whoa, that's
what
crazy.
the local news said.
It's absolutely nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And you realize how much you rely on the interwebs. But what was cool is I finally started hanging some I've been in this new office here since November, and I haven't hung anything on the wall other than this thing. So I started hanging some stuff on the wall. It looks pretty good.
Swivel around. Let me see.
Kevin Joseph in the house. Why is it always Florida?
Ooh,
look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fancy. Let me pull you in here.
So I'm a big U2 fan right there. So that's this U2 like artwork.
That is a gorgeous third wave.
Yeah, you like that? That was
I love that.
Third wave. That used to be on the entrance in Cocoa Beach.
And I see you have me there on a surfboard.
I do. I'm a big
surfer. Oh, you look great.
I know. That was just a couple years back.
Are you on the acting side, I feel like? At least in that sculpture, it looks like you.
I mean, it's
you
pretty
see those cool things in the. Let me see if I can point the right to. That's pointing at it. So right there. Those are turnarounds, actual original art turnarounds for the trackers, the tracker collectibles. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Phantom Star Killer that we had. I believe his name is Ben Aslin, who was in. Okay. He's an artist too. He's up in Maine, but he did the turnarounds for six figures. That Lena one is for the one. That's a little sneak peek. Everybody, that'll be our next Kickstarter. Lena from the mall, I should say.
Nice.
And then we have Star Killer. We also got a Metal Shark Bro one there. And Lillian, that goes.
The green guy that's on the statue behind you. I can only see a leg.
Oh, that's Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
So awesome. Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and Silver Surfer are my jam. And then I have this.
I'm a fan
of Dave McKeon.
Ooh.
So those of you who have been comic fans like I for a long, long time, you will recognize his cover work. He's like collage / drawing. He did all the Sandman covers when Sandman was being released. And Cages is his, I believe it was released by Kitchen Sink, or was it Tundra? Do you remember, Jen, back in the 90s?
Wow.
And they were like the oversized format. He did like 10 issues, but I'm a huge Dave McKeon fan. He did a couple children's books with Neil Gaiman afterwards. Like The Day I Swapped My Two Goldfish. I don't know if you've ever read that one, but it's a phenomenal children's book. It's by Neil Gaiman and Dave McKeon. And they have a couple others. I have he has like thick, beautiful, like almost omnibus hardcovers. One was called The Clocks That Tick. And yeah, I'm a big Dave McKeon fan. So those of you who don't know, check out Dave McKeon. The Wolves in the Walls. Yes, that's a follow-up, Kevin
Joseph. Yeah.
Tart creator Kevin Joseph. Good to see you, Kevin.
Kevin Joseph in the house.
He's done so many different things. They used the same cover for The Day I Swapped My Dad for Two Goldfish. They used that cover for like the third album for the Counting Crows with that song hanging around on it. So a little useless knowledge for everybody in case you're ever at a trivia night. And
I think us geeks are full of those.
Yes. Oh, I have the best finale question for today, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's gonna be
Thinking
great.
about it.
And all I say is you have to react quick.
Okay.
That's all I'm
I'm
asking.
kind of scared now.
Okay.
I'm kind of scared. Do you have like a button to like buzz us?
I've got our
Oh my
insulin.
gosh, he does. Oh my gosh. He thought this through.
So let's just say it's, without reviewing what it is, it's a top 3.
Okay.
So 1 and 2 you'll be able to rattle off pretty quick. We only have so much time, everyone. So first thing that comes to mind for 3 is what I say. But moving on, how is everybody?
Is this based on a Nick Cage movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Massive Talent? Or
Oh, good.
Yeah, the one where he plays himself. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Oh man.
I love
Okay.
Nick Cage.
I did too. Do you
No,
ever see the meme where he was like obviously high on cocaine or something, where he's like he enters like a talk show? This was probably in the early 90s during the Raising Arizona Nick Cage, and he's like doing like kung fu fighting.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a famous meme. It's amazing.
what's a Con Air? Was it for?
Oh, that's the other one. I text message
Classic.
and drop Richard Rivera, who those you don't know and are listening is the creator of Stabby Bunny. So obviously bunnies are pretty big. And in Con Air, there's this moment where all he wants to do is give this like stuffed animal bunny to his daughter. And it's a meme, and there's like clips on YouTube. It just says, put the bunny back in the box.
You got to replace that bunny with a Stabbity bunny.
Yeah, put the Stabbity bunny back.
Well, we got to take the meme and
all right, we're gonna do that because I don't think Richard listens, which we need to beat him up for.
Is Stabity Bunny done, or is it still? Do we know if Stabity Bunny's done or
It's not done? Actually, I have some news on that. You guys want some breaking news? There's 2 pages away from completing Stabity Bunny number 12, which is the wrapping up of the first volume, and then he's switching artists for volume 2, just because there's a time jump. So Grace is, under 10 in Stabity Bunny 1. She's going to be a teenager about to graduate high school. So
that's a big time jump.
Yeah, wow.
Big time jump, and doing a little bit. And I think he's still working with Dwayne, who's the artist, who's incredible. They're doing Wild Bull and Chipper together, which is the Scoop book. We released issue 1, and I know we have issue 2 in the can, and they're going to probably work on that. So it's going to do a little bit of a separation. And I'm telling you, the bunny's going to come back roaring, because Stabity Bunny was by far, and Michael knows this, our top seller when it was coming out. And that's when Scout was doing like 4 books a month.
Yeah,
and it was
nothing back then.
Yeah,
Stabity Bunny came through and just sledgehammer to the face. It was great.
And definitely delays. A lot of it's from health issues from pretty much the entire creative team. Unfortunately, throughout the years have gone through health issues, which has caused the delay. When we do volume 2, I think it's going to come out really, really fast, meaning like the production is going to be done very, very fast. And we're going to wait until the majority of it's done before we solicit it, because that delays. I mean, you're waiting 3 years for the conclusion. It's like I'm going to tease him this weekend. I'm going to call him George R.R. Martin, because that's basically what he's been doing. Comics with Bueller. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I don't know if those of you out there are listening about
YouTube, whatnot, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and he's basically traveling the world.
Yeah,
in his mobile
Bueller bus.
Yeah, what do they call it?
The Bueller bus.
The Bueller bus, going from what's his goal? To visit every comic book shop that he can.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah, that's a freaking.
Yeah, you got to come see Miss Jen.
Yeah, and we have tons of really awesome shops here in Arizona, Phoenix area.
Yes, I think has he been to Phoenix yet? I'm pretty sure he has.
Sure. I'm not quite sure. I just picked up on seen some of all the stuff that he's been posting just lately. So
when I tell everybody where in Texas you are, Jen, I always tell them you're in Woodbury. I know that's probably not right. I'm sticking with it. Woodbury, Texas. Where's that? It's just outside Houston.
I've never even heard of Woodbury, so you've just
probably doesn't exist, but If you will it into the atmosphere, it can, and therefore will exist.
Yeah, I claim Houston, but really and honestly, we're so far north as a suburb. We're like halfway to Dallas.
Oh, really?
Not quite.
So that's where Woodbury is. Gotcha. Oh man, he's going to stop at every shop in America.
Wow.
He's in Texas now. Again, look up Woodbury.
There you go. Look up. Look up. Go find Jen. Okay, I got a couple questions for you guys. I see Jen has some Batman stuff back there. Have you guys all seen Batman yet?
Yes. No, not yet.
Oh, really? Michael hasn't. Oh my
God. I have it, but I haven't seen it. I want to, but they announced. So a couple of things are happening that happened this week. They announced the sequel to the Batman. It's officially got greenlit for a sequel. So Batman 2 with a Roman numeral sequel. Yep. Let's see. Drag Race ended, which I have to bring that up. I am the resident gay.
You love Drag Race. You've told me about it.
Drag Race
it's ended like just the end of the season, or is it done?
The end of the season. This show's gonna keep on. It's ended season 14. They're gonna keep going for a while. And then let's see, something that's been going around at the internet that I saw, one of the best samples of animation that has ever hit was episode 1015. Yes, the 1015 of One Piece, which was directed by Megumi Ishitani. Now, the reason that it's been blowing up is because most times when anime is adapted from the manga, it's panel for panel. Same shot, same everything, but she has a very particular style where she adapts things to movie quality for these essentially long form shows. And this episode is her love letter to animation as a whole. It's one of the brightest, one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I highly recommend everyone check out. I think it's on Crunchyroll or anywhere other place on the internet you want to check out anime, episode 1015 of One Piece.
Is it like if you haven't been following the story, can you actually just like watch it and understand?
Not everything's going to make sense, but in terms of just a masterclass of a director taking a source material and just going wild with it, the animation itself tells the story.
Yeah, you see how passionate he is when he talks about a manga and anime. I love it.
Yes.
I just love it, and that's why, like, I mean, one day Scout will do an anime manga.
We need.
I've been writing stuff up and doing research on it. You have no idea how pumped I am to really start that journey. But I know you, Hayek, have actually been getting into some anime. Attack on Titan, right?
Yes.
Are you almost caught up?
I'm almost caught up. Why Attack on Titan is so big is my daughter started watching it. My daughter is very, very into. Again, we talked a little bit a couple of previous weeks about how really this new generation, that's their Spider-Man Hulk is anime and manga. I mean, she just loves it. I just bought her another. I can't remember. I was meaning to text you what I bought her that she wanted to, that she really, really wanted, and she's just like just reading it like nonstop. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, Attack on Titan. She just got into Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul's dark. Well, I guess not any darker than Attack on Titan. People get smashed to bits by a monster.
I remember when I was first introduced to Attack on Titan, it was right when I started doing Solar Flare conventions, when I would go as just Solar Flare. And I kept on seeing these cosplayers. And I really hadn't gotten them. I mean, I had lost just fell out of anime. Like I was really into it in high school when like Ghost in the Shell came out. That kind of dates myself. Ghost in the Shell and Akira, and of course all those like, what was the other one? Spirited Away, which was really big, which was done. Yeah, amazing.
You can't compare Ghibli movies to anything.
Yeah, so I watched that, and that really Attack on Titan got me back in. My buddy, who's a martial arts expert, really good friend. I've known him since his name is Jason Martin since middle school. He stopped by the booth because it was in Miami, this particular show that I recalling, and he told me the concept of Attack on Titan. I was like, man, I am so in. He's like, yeah, there's these big people. They don't have like, they're just naked, but they don't have any like genitals or anything. And they're just monsters. And all they do is their jaws unhinge and they eat people. And I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, it happened once before. And then this society grows complacent. And then, they start attacking again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds. And then he showed me the pictures of these people. I'm like, that is horrifying.
Oh, they're horrifying.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Now, Jen, let me ask from a comic shop perspective. Does Attack on Titan do very, very well at your store?
I would have said that Attack on Titan was at its height of popularity about 5 years ago.
Oh, really? So it's kind of died down.
It got replaced a little bit by My Hero Academia and now Demon Slayer, I would say.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so I
Totally
said
get me
Tokyo Ghoul.
started.
She actually
My heart
watches
just
Demon
skipped a
Slayer.
beat.
My bad. I get those confused. Tokyo Ghoul and Demon Slayer. My daughter likes the Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, my mom has started getting into it. And my mom is in her 70s. And she's
That's
just
awesome.
like, wait a minute. Did this entire family just die? Am I crying? And I'm just like, yes, you are. Welcome to the chat. Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer.
Wow. That's
My
awesome.
mom also has watched a lot of the stuff I watch. So she's actually watched maybe 700 episodes of One Piece. It's that good.
Man,
Okay.
15. Incredible.
All right, that's awesome. I'm gonna check it out then.
Yeah, I
Where
really
can we
like the
find it?
setup in the background there, Joey. All this little scout
Oh.
boxes.
Oh yeah, I have maybe a little bit of an obsession.
That's okay. That's okay.
And we
Oh,
were
the
in
third
the
way
album-
poster. Thanks for representing. Love it.
Mhm.
King Jira, Mullet Cop.
Listen,
give
I
me
mean-
1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, man. I've got an obsession. There's literally 3 boxes behind each of those. 3
awesome.
sub boxes behind each of those. It's like they're like, and I don't know if you guys seen like Ambrosia's been like dropping TikToks, and she has one TikTok where she just keeps piling on her sub boxes.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
saw that one. It's awesome.
So
Very,
yeah,
very
it's-
clever.
and then these are the ones like I had to get rid of some because they were just the boxes alone were filling up too much space in my house. Like, all right, I'll just keep 3, 6, 10, maybe.
They're great boxes. You should repurpose them as mailers, man. That's what they're made for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're
man,
awesome.
So
So-
I gotta
Go
so
ahead.
since Michael's not here and maybe hopefully he can't hear us. So what did you
I can
guys?
hear you.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. I did not want to. I don't want to spoil Batman, but I'm really really desperate to know what you guys think about it.
I enjoyed it. I think the consensus is everybody loved him as Batman, but not the consensus, but I've seen the general opinion. His
Mhm.
Bruce Wayne needed some work as far as he was kind of emo Bruce Wayne. But what I loved about it, to me, my favorite Batman comics are the ones, remember, he's the world's greatest detective.
Mhm.
And that's what this movie really does well. And the actor who played the Riddler, and then Colin Farrell as the Penguin, my God.
Unrecognizable.
Him. Yeah, rumor has it that they're going to do an HBO Max series on the Penguin with Colin
Possibly.
Farrell. So that sounds, I
It was-
really,
it
really
was
enjoyed it.
greenlit, and now it's kind of up in the air. There's I don't know if there's any scheduling differences, but yeah, it's still there. There's still potential for something that great to happen there. They
I just
also
got a
have
Go ahead.
they also have a Gotham PD show that's gonna be dropping, the Batgirl show. Like it's gonna be awesome.
For those who haven't, Gotham Central, which is an old, like Ed Brubaker did it with Michael Lark.
Yeah.
I think Greg Rucka also wrote some of it with Michael Lark. One of the
I got
best.
a few
series.
runs of it somewhere in there.
Oh, it's incredible. That first run where basically it just follows like normal detectives in the world of Gotham. And
Mhm.
that first mystery where like Mr. Freeze like freezes somebody and kills them and it's like a murder. Like it's so good.
Yeah.
And what was it, Jen? Like 40 issues, something like that?
Yeah, good deep dive.
Yeah, it's so good. Highly, highly recommend it. No, Jen, I wanted to ask you a question and I totally forgot. No. Dang it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, brain went dead. Mhm.
It was Michael's popping on. Boop.
Yeah,
So
he's
what-
like, hey.
what's hot in the shop
Well, today's New Comic Day, of course.
Yeah, what's hot in the
Wednesday.
shop today?
Any really big? I know we only had one release this week. It was our Black Caravan, We Don't Kill Spiders, which, by the way, is now a continuing series for those of you who don't know.
Oh,
And those are listening. It started off as a 3-issue series, but with its popularity, similar to Something Is Killing a Children, Joe decided to continue it.
Boom.
So, yes, it is in shops today. Gorgeous color. I love his color schemes that he uses on these colors. It's just beautiful.
And
Highly recommend it. Fans of Vikings and True Detective. So it's basically like a detective following a serial killer, has Vikings, witches, Just a great
and an unholy alliance with a person, a necromancer, right? So
of course, what story? I mean, every story should have a necromancer. It actually reminds me of this old thing. It's so true. Evan Dorkin, I'm a huge fan of Evan Dorkin. He does Milk and Cheese. He did Beast of Burden as a writer, but he did Bill and Ted's. And I grew up like reading his stuff. And he had this shirt that he released, and it was like a bowling shirt. Back in like the late 90s, bowling shirts were really, really popular because swing dance was in. And on the shirt, all it said with his drawing, it said, "Everything's funnier with monkeys." And when you think about it, it's very true, right? You can take any situation, you throw a monkey in that situation, it's funnier. Unless it's an evil monkey. Well, I mean, unless you're the person who's there, it still could be funny, you know.
Still shaking things up.
Yeah. So that's the meaning of life, everyone, is everything is funnier with monkeys. So when the going gets tough, remember that. No, I was talking about San Diego. That's what I wanted to remember. So a notification, we have Scout's going really big at San Diego this year. We're actually taking over Dark Horse's old spot. It's an island. We have a lot of big things coming in, and it involves a weekly planning session. And my question to Jen was, Eisner's, which is, basically the Oscars of the comic world, are happen at San Diego. And my question to you, Jen, is, I don't think they've done the nominations yet, but do you think your shop is going to be up again this year?
I've seen a lot of shops start saying that they have been nominated. I haven't looked at my mail, so maybe that's the way there. Because I used to send a packet, right? You knew you were nominated when you got the packet, and I haven't looked at my mail. So,
who votes? Is it just the Eisner Academy, or is this a grassroots campaign that we can get Joey and our team on to help make that happen? Because I think in that background, instead of that Batman, it should be an Eisner.
Yeah, I think I don't know if they've nominated anybody yet, but I know that they are taking votes right now. The general votes are happening right now as we speak. So that means anybody who can vote. And then there's going to be a time where only pros can go and do that stuff. So right now it's fans and everybody can get behind it. You can put up any shop. So go out there and put up Space Cadets.
Yeah, it's easy to find. Just go to comic-con.org. And then look for the Spirit of Retailer Award button. It'll be under the Eisner stuff. But you can nominate as many stores as you want. It doesn't hurt anybody, because what happens is that you have this big initial nomination group. So that's going to be a larger group of stores. And that happens from publishers nominate them, or customers nominate them, or moms nominate them. I'm sure that happens too. But and then they ask you to do a lot of work. It's kind of, I say it's like writing your doctoral dissertation every year, where you have a lot of information you need to provide for them that tells them why you feel like your shop meets the criteria that Eisner put forth for the award, which is a lot of criteria, big ones, like innovation and community impact and those kinds of things. So, oh my gosh, Kevin.
Kevin Joseph just said, I was calling shops a few weeks ago about Tart Volume 2, and one shop mentioned Jen by name glowingly.
I had multiple shops. Like during the pandemic, what we were doing was a pretty cool program. As a lot of the shops that were closed, but Scout was still distributing comics. And if a particular customer bought something and they mentioned the shop's name in the comment section on the website, we would donate 50% of it to that comic shop. And what I would do is every Friday while we were doing the program, I would call up those comic shops. And so many did mention I've never told you this, Jen, but they would mention your name.
Like, now I'm going to get red.
So yes, I'm trying to build a campaign, because what you do, not only for your community, I imagine I'm not there, but I know, and what you do for the comic book retailer community with new shops, women comic shop owners. My sister is a woman comic shop owner, and out in Seattle, and she used a lot of methods that you've done in different forums. She told me, this is before she knew that you and I even did a podcast together. So I think it's past due that you get that award. I know there's some great shops out there, but this is, I say this all the time, being like the president of a publishing company, is that shops, if we can replicate Jen King times a million, like the comic industries would be probably the greatest industry there is. So that was my spiel on nominating Jen. She's the best.
I agree, and like they do amazing work. She helps run the EXP, the comic book shopping experience. She also does CBSN. Amazing stuff. Like, you guys, if you don't know, if you're watching us now, you're probably watching us on the EXP right now. But the live streaming, all
which
kinds
is
of
innovation.
Sales,
that's one of the categories, right?
Yes, this is like a growing community, and it's absolutely amazing what you guys and the whole entire team, for all the companies that you have a piece in. You guys have done amazing things, and I do appreciate you guys too.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Make sure that if she doesn't already have connection with us, there's a group called She Sells Comics.
Who, my sister? Oh, She Sells Comics? Okay, I'll let her.
Yeah, it's like one of the groups that's called She Sells Comics, but really anybody that wants to admit that they are okay with being associated with a group called She Sells Comics can be part of it. So.
You know what's so funny is my sister in high school, Sanibel Island is a popular vacation island right off of Fort Myers, and my sister worked at a place called She Sells. So yeah, I'm sure being part of a group, she's not going to mind seeing that she worked there for a couple of years. But anyways,
I would be fine with working in a place like that, but I don't want to answer the phone because you'd have to say that every time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a tongue tire. Yeah, oof, rough. All right, so I have to jump for the San Diego call, preparation call, but time for our final question to end the show. So, and this goes out to my buddy Josh. He just won a silver medal at the Pickleball U.S. Open, the World U.S. Open tournament, which is pretty awesome. He's a good buddy of mine. His name is Josh Jeffcoat. We call him Jeffy, Josh Coat. So this is for Jeffy. This is his icebreaker when he's in a room. Your top 3 favorite movies. Quick. It's the first ones that pop in your head. So, Joey, you're first.
Batman, Ninja Turtles, and I don't know a third one.
See, I told you what I tell you about that third one. It's the first 2. First one that pops in your head.
It's always Batman and Ninja Turtles. And then probably, dude, I don't know. The third one, it's always really hard.
All right, Jen, you go.
Aliens, Arrival, and Interstellar.
Michael.
Man on Fire, Princess Mononoke, and The Fifth Element.
Yes!
There you go.
Look at you, man. Gave it a little time. Mine, and it varies. Mine is Bull Durham, Point Break, and Children of Men. That's one.
Children of Men is so good.
Kevin, Hunt for Red October, Days of Thunder, Raising Arizona. All good. Ooh, Joey, we gave you some extra time. What's number 3?
Natural Born Killers.
You're a winner. that was for Jeffy. So his girlfriend, right, who's a really close friend of ours now too, when he asked her this question on their first date, you know what she said? Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3. And he thought she was kidding. He's like, really? And then I asked her the one that really stumped her. I was like, well, Bad Boys 3 just came out. What was it before? Obviously Bad Boys 1 and 2. And then her answer was Butterfly Effect. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
man, when they inevitably come out with Bad Boys 4, I mean, she's in trouble. I think there might be some shifting, possibly. But again, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question with Jen, James, Joey, and Michael. And we'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. You like what I did there? Full circle.
Wow, I saw that.
Wow. All right, everybody, take care.